I'm back again. What I've done to take the draw weight down a bit and give us a bit more draw length, I've taken about 5mm off the width of the bow, a little skim on the bandsaw either side. A couple of reasons for that. One, I can easily see how much draw weight I'll lose because it's directly proportional to the width. So it was 35mm wide, it's now 30, 7.5 to 35. I've taken a seventh off the draw weight. The other thing is I've got the brace height up a whisker. I've got it straight on the winch, so theoretically now I can winch it right back to my nominal 17-inch draw and draw a line and work out the angle of the levers. Assuming it doesn't go bang and scare the bejesus out of me. But, pressing a bit hard against the... Yeah, my scale was rubbing a bit there. Let's get back and have a look at that. I think I'm pulling slightly to the left, am I? That bow looks a little bit tilted. It's only, to me it looks tilted that way, but the tips only seem to be down the same. It could be this lump here, there's a node there that maybe makes that point look a bit high. There's 16 inches, we're at 90, which is a bit more than I wanted. Getting a bit nervy there. But it's going to have to pull back that far eventually anyway, isn't it? Am I being over nervy? Ouch. There's 17 anyway, so it's about 117. It seems silly getting that nervous because it's going to have to come back to 17 at some point. So if I draw the angle of my lever, in reality the lever will have a finite thickness and will be here. So in actual fact, if I draw a picture of the lever, it will be like that. So the real angle, bingo, it's exactly where I had it drawn before. But it doesn't do any harm to do everything twice. So anyway, we've got some decent measurements and figures out of that. So that was £100 at 17, so I've still got a bit to play with, but I haven't rounded the corners yet, so we're good. Yeah, I've got a reasonable guesstimation of me lever angle. The other thing I've been doing as part of the preparation is sorting out loads of old offcuts of yew and cleaning them up into nice slats. So I reckon each lever can be made out of, say, 3 slats of yew. I've got some very skinny ones and some medium and some thick. So if we have a thick, a medium and a skinny, that'll glue up to make a nice thick lever. Plenty of size there to play with. So I've got them roughly 16 inches long by a little over inch wide. And now I know the angle it's got to bend at, I can make a former and steam bend them either individually or as a set of 3, get 3 of them into the steam, clamped up and bent, ready to be glued. But I reckon the yew should be quite nice for a lever because it's light, it's stiff, and I know the dimensions I'll need to make a non-bending lever because I've got some dimensions of similar heavier bows. So yeah, should be good. To do the levers for the heavy lever bow, I'm using some offcuts of yew cut into slats. and they will be bent on this former thusly. And if I steam them and bend them all in one go for each lever, that should work nicely, because if I do them individually, each one would be a slightly different curve. I mean, this slat will be bending at a tighter radius to this one. If I can bend them all together, clamp them up, let it dry, cool down, then glue them, that should work. So what I've done is I've got the first 4 slats in my little 5 litre steam chest. I've spaced them out at this end so the steam can get all round them. At the other end, I've just got them, I've drilled through and tied them with a bit of linen thread to keep them, you know, in the right order and keep them together. Well, you can see that didn't go very well, but conversely you could say it went 75% well. It was obviously a dodgy point there. You can see there's 2 knots going that way. You can see the centre pith of the log, so yeah, it was never the best bit. That's the price you pay for using dodgy offcuts, but I mean, it's 3/4 of the way there. I'm sure I can find some more. Well, actually I've got a much nicer offcut. This is a very clean offcut. I think that's sort of Pacific U. But yeah, we're on the way. If you're not willing to accept the odd failure, you've got no business trying to make bones. Steaming the second lever went much better. I added a strap of old steel plate, just thin galvanised steel over the back of it to help stop it splitting. I gave it a bit longer in the steamer too, so hopefully that will look quite nice.